You feel like you guys are connecting, but have you asked him what he is looking for in a partner? And if he tells you, you think you guys are compatible, you might be a single mother and you have your kids, but he doesn't love your kids. And so he might suggest that if you want to get married to him, leave your kids in the village, in your country, and then travel to see him and you guys get married and start a new life. Is it what you want? Bite your bullet and ask. It's better you get to know in time than find out later and then you regret for not asking. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Letitia. Yes, so one of my subscribers approached me on Instagram and she asked me to help her with some questions she should ask this guy she is talking to on a dating app. Sometimes there is a moment when you don't have questions to ask this guy, but you feel like you want to know him on a deeper level. Sometimes you don't want to waste your time with someone and you realize that you guys are not a match. So today I'm gonna help you with those questions to ask that guy so that you should not waste your time at all. I know sometimes you might be like, I've been talking to this guy for 4 days now. I mean, if I ask him this question, he might think otherwise. He might think like I'm rushing things. My dear ladies, I encourage you to ask questions. Yes, because you don't want to find out that you've been wasting the whole month chatting with this guy and yet you are not compatible. So asking questions will help you to know if you are ready to be with this guy or not. So today we are going to know about those questions. And if you are struggling with the same issue of not knowing which questions to ask this guy you are chatting with on a dating app, then you are in the right place. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, like and share this video. And of course, let's dive in our topic of today. Our question number one to ask that guy you are chatting with on a dating app is, what are you looking for in a partner? That is a very important question. In fact, it should be your number one question to ask a guy because you might be surprised by what that guy is looking for. When you get to know what that guy is looking for, it will help you to realize if you are very compatible with that guy. You feel like you guys are connecting, but have you asked him what he is looking for in a partner? And if he tells you, you think you guys are compatible, don't just focus on, or I'm talking to this guy, everything is flowing, he promised to come and visit me. No, don't just focus on that because everything might be flowing well, but you guys might not work out. There are men who just want something, who just want a woman who's beautiful on the outside, who has big bums, and that's all, and nothing more. And maybe they are just looking for someone to have fun with on the dating app, just sending nudes and just chatting, wasting time, or just give them company chatting. Are you going to do that for him? Of course not. You're looking for something more. Then make sure you figure out that in time and you don't waste your time with such guy, with time wasters. Asking what that person is looking for in a partner is very important. In fact, I encourage you to ask that within 2 days. 2 days, figure out if you are a match with that person. If not, delete, block. You don't want to waste your, because there are people who are like me. I'm making friends with this person. I think I'll just chat with him. He's a nice guy. Oh, so you are there to spend the rest of your day chatting with that guy because you guys are laughing at something. Hmm? And you are killing that time you are supposed to chat with people who are looking for something serious. So make sure you don't give time wasters a chance. No way. Okay, I hope you get that. Our second question is, do you like children and do you want to have them? Mm-hmm. That is a very important question, especially when you are just getting to know this guy. Maybe it might be this lady who loves children and you want to have children someday, but this guy, it's not even in his 10-year plan. Mm-hmm. So you have to be very careful. That is a very important question to ask, especially if you are a family oriented woman and you want to start a family. Because there are men who are like, I don't want to have kids for the rest of my life, but I want to get married. Will you be open to that? Is it what you want? Yes, sometimes desperation can make you do things. You might be like, okay, it's okay, I'm ready for that. All in the name of like, I want to get married to an international guy. Be very careful. Make sure you are ready to be with only a man who is family oriented, especially if you are looking forward to have kids in the future. And also, you might be a single mother and you have your kids, and maybe this guy only loves you, is in love with you, but not your kids. You've told him you have kids, you have like two kids, or you have one kid, and it's like, okay, but he doesn't love your kids. But you are this person who's like, if this man wants to marry me, he has to accept me with my kids. But that man is not ready to do that. And so he might suggest that if you want to get married to him, leave your kids in the village, in your country, and then travel to see him, and you guys get married and start a new life. You know, is it what you want? Do you want to leave your kids behind for the rest of your life, and and be like as if you've neglected your kids? So make sure you be with a man who's ready to accept you and your kids, a man who loves kids, a man who like your kids. So if you tell him that you have a kid and he says he's okay with it, ask him, if time comes and maybe this relationship goes far and we take it serious and maybe we are ready to get married, will you accept me to come with my kid and we start living together, and take my kid as your own, treat him as your own too? Is he ready to accept that? If he is ready, then well and good, congratulations. But if he's not, cut him off. You love your kids, you don't want someone who's just gonna make you neglect your kids, okay? So that is a very important question to ask. Kids are very important. So talking about it is very important. Okay, I hope you get that. Our third question is, what broke up your previous relationship? I know sometimes you might feel like, oh, this is too fast. I mean, he might feel some type of a way. He might feel uncomfortable with me asking him that. Bite your bullet and ask. It's better you get to know in time than find out later and then you regret for not asking. But I'm not saying you should be like, okay, what broke up your previous relationship? I'm not saying that you should do that. Always find a way to ask those questions, even the way you approach that person while you're asking them those questions matters a lot. But whatever he will tell you, it will give you an insight of what he went through his previous relationship. Yes. And sometimes, if he's honest about everything and he tells you, I broke up with this woman because of this and that, she did this, she cheated on me, she did this and that, and it can also help you to know that, oh, this man cannot stand this. That means if I do this, things will be over. Yeah, so always ask and you won't regret for asking. I hope you found that helpful, my dear ladies. Our fourth question is, do you have pets and what kind of pets? So maybe you guys can be chatting and you can be like, by the way, I would like to know the kind of pets you like, and you know, I just want to know if you are a person who loves pets and what kind of pets do you like? If you ask him in that way, it will make him open up, because some people have weird pets at home that you as a person cannot even stand looking at. For example, let me give you a short story. When I was on a dating app searching for love, there is this guy I was talking to. Everything was going well, and then uh, someday he sent me a picture. It was a huge long fish. It looked like I don't know what type of fish it was, but it looked like a snake. Not like a real snake, but it was, it was kind of, I didn't like it. It kind of scared me. So I was like, that fish looks like a snake. He was like, oh, I have a snake at home. I have it as a pet. Do you like snakes? I was like, he has a snake as his pet? Oh, that was a deal breaker for me. If you are a man and you have a snake as a pet, you can be Bill Gates, you can be the president of the world, but if you have a snake as a pet, we are not a match. We can never be a match at all. Like, seriously, I fear snakes and I cannot, I don't know. So make sure you get to know what kind of pets they have. Someone might be like, yes, I have pets, but what kind of pets do they have? There are people who are like, me, I don't like cats, me, I don't like dogs, but that person has a dog. Are you okay with it? That person has a snake at home. You're like, he's an international guy. We'll move. I'll get married to him. My dear, my dear, be careful. Because this is the person you are going to spend the rest of your life with. But you, as a person, are you comfortable with those pets they have at home? So that is a very important question to ask, and it's very important for you to know about it, because you don't want to find out you've already fallen in love with this guy and you didn't ask about their pets, and then you guys, time comes and maybe you are ready to get married, and then maybe you get married from your country, whatever, you move to their country and you find they have a huge snake as their pet, and you're like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? Ask, yes. Our fifth question is, what is your 5-year plan? Mm-hmm. Yes. Does his 5-year plan involve a family, a wife, or it's all about his career? Maybe his plan is to marry after 10 years. Or maybe his career is very important. Until he puts his career together, he's not ready to get married. Or maybe his career is very important than a wife, than children, than family. It is like there is no way he's going to value family than his career. So make sure you get to know his 5-year plan, because you might be like, what is your 5-year plan? And it's like, in 5 years, I think I want to make a certain amount of money. That is my goal, and I want to make sure I build my business, because my business is my priority. And yeah, I just want to focus on my business, my career. I want to become rich, and that's my focus. So that is my 5-year plan. He has already told you clearly he's not looking forward to getting married, having kids. It's all about his career. And then you're like, anyway, I'm ready to be patient and wait for him. Hmm. How old are you? You are 28, you are 30, you are whatever age, and you are willingly to patiently wait for that guy. You are not even sure about if he's going to consider being with you even after 5 years, or like you don't know the future of that relationship, however much it might be promising, but you don't know. You are not God. You are not sure if it will lead to marriage. You want a man, yes, who values career, but who's also ready to start a family. And of course, starting a family, he must involve you. And of course, in his 5-year plan, when he tells you that, yes, he's working on his career, he's working to be better, but then he wants to have all that when he has someone besides him, and that is his woman. At least that the money he is making can feed his woman, can feed the family, but he's looking for more money so that he can give you a better life with kids or whatever. You know, that is the money I'm looking for. Not, I'm all about my career. I mean, we can get married after 5 years if I'm ready. Don't go for that. Go for that man who is chasing for money, looking for more money, but still is ready to settle down. At least the money he has can take care of you and the kids. So asking a man his 5-year plan is very important. Don't ignore it, because it will help you either consider getting serious with this man or pulling out. I hope that was helpful. Our question number 6 is, what is your deal breaker? It is very important to ask a man his deal breakers. If you don't know deal breakers are things a person cannot tolerate in a relationship. So you might be talking to this guy online and you ask him this question, and he might tell you his deal breaker is someone who has anger issues. He can't deal with someone, or he can't deal with a woman who has anger issues. And maybe you are this woman who has anger issues. When you get to know about that in time, it will help you to work on yourself, because that is something you can easily work on, right? You can know that I know I have anger issues, small things annoy me, but you can work on yourself. That can help you to learn how to manage your anger issues, because you can be like, this guy has the qualities I need. He's ready for a serious relationship, and to be with him, I need to work on myself. I need to manage my anger issues, and that will help you to change for the better. And he can also say that his deal breaker is someone who's not good at communication. He cannot stand a lady who's not good at communicating very well. And you know, when you guys are in a long distance, he wants you to tell him, I'm going to church today on Sunday, but I think I'll be um leaving church at around midday. He wants someone who's good at communicating. You know, you are doing this, tell him, I'm having lunch. Like, come for lunch. You are doing something, tell him, let him know what is going on in your life. Don't keep quiet for like 4 hours, and then he asks you, like, what were you doing? And you're like, oh, I went to church. I came late. I'm sorry. What's up? How is your day going? You didn't tell him that you are going to church, so that when he finds that you're offline, he shouldn't be worried like, oh, is she no longer interested in me? So there are men who are like, if you cannot communicate well when we are in a long distance relationship, then we can't work out. So make sure you ask the deal breakers of that man. That will make you have a healthy and happy relationship, because you will also communicate to him your deal breakers, and he will know, my woman doesn't like this. And he will know that if I need to be in this man's life, I will not have to do this, because that is her deal breaker. And you know, and because he doesn't want to lose you, he will make sure he becomes a better person. So communicating deal breakers is very important, especially when you are trying to get to know each other. Okay, our last question, number 7, is, what is your HIV status? Hmm. I know most of you ignore this question. Just be honest. You are on a dating app right now. You even have contacts of men you got from a dating app, and you are talking to them. How many have you asked about their HIV status? How many? Just be honest and let me know in the comment section. People have STDs. And if you are someone who is not ready to be in a relationship with someone who has HIV, who has certain STDs, then asking that question will help you to save a lot of your time, because you don't want to spend 8 months, 9 months chatting with this person, yet they are HIV positive, and yet you've fallen in love with them, you've wasted a lot of time with them, knowing that, oh, this is my person, is even coming to visit me, but they are HIV positive. Don't think that, oh, HIV is only in Africa. HIV is everywhere. But if you are someone who is HIV positive, communicate to that person, tell them that you are HIV positive, so that they can get to know. Are they ready to accept you the way you are? Or maybe there are people out there who are HIV positive, and they are looking for partners who are HIV positive. So if you are, maybe you could be lucky and find that person there. It will save a lot of time, because when you might tell them later, and then it can get you in trouble. They might blame you for wasting their time. Or maybe you, if you find out that they have it, you could blame yourself for wasting your time. But imagine you guys have talked for some good long time, and the guy finally comes in your country, and you do blood testing, and he is HIV positive. What will you do? You won't blame him, because you never asked. But if you had asked from the start, it would have saved you a lot. So make sure you don't ignore some questions, or don't feel like these questions are very uncomfortable. Ask, and it will save you a lot, and you won't regret for asking. So my dear ladies, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please share, like, comment, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay, yeah, and if you have any questions you'd love to ask me, reach out to me on my Instagram, and yeah, I'll be very glad to help you. And of course, when I feel like there is a need for me to share your question on this platform so that everyone else can benefit from it, then I will do that. Otherwise, I wish you the best. Keep smiling. Happy dating. Mwah. Bye.